One of the greatest leadership lessons I've ever learned over more than 50 years didn't come from a business book. It came from watching people under pressure because pressure has a way of revealing what's already inside us. When everything is going well, almost anyone can appear to be a good leader. But when a deadline is missed, when a customer is angry, when someone makes an expensive mistake, that's when your leadership becomes visible. And here's what I've come to believe: the difference between an average leader and a great one isn't talent, it's whether they react or whether they respond. Those two words sound alike: react, respond. But they build two completely different kinds of leaders. Now, why this matters: a reaction and a response come from two different places inside us, inside you and inside me. The reaction comes from emotion. A response comes from judgment. A reaction asks, how do I feel right now? A response asks, what does the situation actually need? Am I clear about what success will look like? Most people lead by reaction and never realize it. Something goes wrong, the feeling rises, and the feeling makes the decision. Not the leader, the feeling makes the decision. The strongest leaders I have known learn to put something between the event and their answer. Not a technique, a choice. A choice to let judgment lead instead of emotion. If you've ever walked away from a difficult moment thinking, I wish I'd handled that differently, I've created a free guide that can help. It's called Get Calm, Clear Leadership in 14 Days Without Overthinking Every Hard Conversation. You can download it for free at go.henrychigi.com, C-O-M. The link is below. Now let's talk about what actually separates the two. Why reaction feels right and it usually isn't. Here's the trap. In the moment, a reaction feels like leadership. It feels decisive. It feels strong. Someone challenges you and firing back feels like standing your ground. Someone fails and showing your frustration feels like holding a standard. But feeling strong and being wise are not the same thing. I've watched leaders react with certainty only to learn later they didn't have all the facts, and facts that were important to their choice. I've watched trust damaged not by the problem, but by the leader's reaction to the problem. A reaction serves the leader's emotion. A response serves the situation's need, and your crew can tell the difference every single time. Now, what does a response protect? Well, when a leader responds instead of reacts, something important happens. People stop being afraid to bring bad news. They stop hiding mistakes. They stop managing your mood instead of managing the work. Because a reactive leader teaches people one lesson above all others: be careful what you tell him or her. And the moment your people start protecting you from the truth, you've lost the very thing you need most to lead effectively. A response keeps the door open. It tells people the truth is safe here, and leaders who hear the truth make better decisions than leaders who don't. If this sounds familiar, you're definitely not alone. Many leaders are promoted because they were excellent at solving technical problems. No one ever taught them how to lead people under pressure. That's exactly what I help leaders develop. Through one-on-one mentoring, we work on the judgment that turns reactions into responses and builds teams people trust. If you'd like to learn more, you'll find the information below. Now, Responding isn't going soft. Let me be clear about something. Responding instead of reacting doesn't mean lowering your standards. It doesn't mean excusing poor work. It doesn't mean avoiding hard conversations. A response can be firm. A response can be direct. A response can hold someone fully accountable for behavior. The difference is where it comes from. A reaction comes out of you before you've thought. A response comes out of you after you have thought and make a choice. Same word sometimes, completely different leader behind them, completely different leader standing in front of your folks. So let me leave you with one question. The next time something goes wrong, what's going to lead you? Your emotion or your judgment? Because one of them will. It always does. And over time, the one you let lead becomes your reputation. If this message challenged your thinking, I'd appreciate it if you'd subscribe and share it with another leader. Every week, we explore practical leadership ideas that help people lead with greater wisdom, clarity, and confidence. If you haven't already, go download my free guide. Get calm, clear leadership in 14 days without overthinking every hard conversation. You'll find it at go.henrychigi.com, C-O-M. I'll leave you with this thought. A boss reacts to what happens to him. A leader responds to what his people need. Decide which one your crew is going to meet before the pressure decides for you. Until next time, lead wisely, lead thoughtfully, lead for a purpose bigger than yourself. Take care for now. See you soon.